but I think there often comes a time when
Daniel's on the
you
telly,
have to
folks.
make a change.
Get a load of this.
And last Thursday, I decided I had to do something drastic.
Oh, yeah.
Perhaps something that people weren't expecting, but I needed to change the mood around, particularly with the players.
I know what he means.
And I knew there was only one person that could do that.
One person, viewers. I'm here. Me and Daniel, the bond is unbreakable. Unbreakable. Hopefully you liked my signings. Right then, develop players using the club's youth system. Check. Sign players under the age of 22 for the future. Check. Sign English players. Right, understood. And do not sign players over 30. That was the remit. That's the club culture. That's the club vision Daniel set up for me. So who did I sign first? Welcome, Zlatan Ibrahimovic. Did you expect anything less, really? Now, there is some method behind the madness. A man that has scored goals wherever he's been, even in America, he's been playing fantastically. And £625,000 for a man like Zlatan, you can never say no. Inter Milan. Zebra, who on earth are they? Ah, yes, that's the other team that we cannot say the name of. Juventus. Ajax, Milan, Barcelona, PSG, and of course, most recently, Manchester United within the Premier League. So we've brought him in. Like, if Harry Kane gets injured, what are we supposed to do? I mean, having a man like Zlatan, the experience, the technical ability, the sheer aura of a man like him, I think we've done well. And yeah, £100,000 a week. It's a lot of money for a 2-year contract. He'll be 39 by the time he leaves. But I think, if you take everything into account, a fantastic signing. Well done, me. Thank you, everyone. It's Zlatan. I don't want to hear it. So what happened to Christian Eriksen? I hear you shouted at me. Well, he's gone. PSG. Of course he is. King of the mercenaries now over there. They've taken him. Fair enough. Christian, thanks for your services, mate. You were here for a number of years. You were dedicated to the cause until you said you wanted to leave at the start of the summer, and then you didn't get your move. Well, I'll give you your move, mate. Off you go, son. Off you go. See you later. Put him on a little paper airplane. Throw him. Go. See you later, son. I also sold Victor Wanyama back to Southampton because, profit. Why not? I'm not going to play him too much this season. We've got Oliver Skip, who's a youngster who I want to try and bring through. And Wanyama was on a fair amount of money as well. So I thought if you move him on, create some space in midfield for some up-and-coming talents, that will go fine. Now, of course, though, you've seen Zlatan Ibrahimovic, okay? You've seen Wanyama leave. You've seen Eriksen leave. And that position needs filling. So who did I go for? Did I go for Kai Havertz? Some of you are wondering. No. Still at Bayer Leverkusen. Maybe I brought Gareth Bale back to Tottenham. No, because I'm not going to pay him £500,000 a week, Gareth. Don't be stupid. Maybe his Real Madrid teammate, James Rodriguez. No, he stays at Madrid. So I actually followed the remit for once. I listened to what Daniel had to say. I was cheeky with the old Zlatan purchase. So I went for James Maddison. That's it. 22 years of age, English, young, exciting, and plays in the role that Christian Eriksen previously played in. Very similar player to Christian Eriksen, it must be said, but with more potential to grow into. And I think we've got ourselves one hell of a player, of course, signed by Leicester from Norwich for a decent fee. We've gone for 35 million. That's not a lot. In my opinion, that's a bit of a steal, to be honest. So he joins us on a pretty long contract as well. So he'll be here for 4 years, probably to the end of this series, you would assume, to play in behind Harry Kane or Zlatan Ibrahimovic or mystery striker number 3 that we'll talk about in just a moment. Not Vincent Janssen. He's not back. But yeah, James Maddison, really good signing. Hopefully you're on board with that one. And the board like it too. So everyone's winning. But who next, Ben? There's 2 more. Who? Oh, we went big, viewers. I didn't mess about with this one. There's no preamble. This is who we signed. Federico Chiesa is in. That's right. A big signing. 21-year-old Italian player. Very, very, very quick. I'm sure if you've played Football Manager, you've seen him. You've probably been offered him at some point at the start of your beta saves, to be honest. But Federico Chiesa can play on either side, can do the role of Son on one side, Lucas the other, or probably, in all honesty, start ahead of both of those two, or at least ahead of one of them, of course. It then gives us the option of playing Son or Lucas up front if needs be. We've got now options in the forward areas. I think Spurs are very reliant on Harry Kane, and I wanted to take that away this season. Goals have got to come from other areas as well, and I'm hoping Chiesa can do just that. We spent a fair amount, don't get me wrong, £55 million to bring him from Fiorentina, but I think we've got ourselves one hell of a player. Very, very pacey, dribbling's fantastic, and that's what I looked for, really. Someone who can get down those sides and get balls into the middle for the poachers in the centre, whether that be, say, Zlatan, Kane, or our final man, Moussa Dembele, a man that was linked with Tottenham quite heavily over the last few years before moving from Fulham to Celtic and then on to Lyon. There was lots of people interested when he was a youngster. And of course, got that big move to Lyon, had a decent season with them. And I think as our sort of second/third choice striker, along with Zlatan, behind Harry Kane, we've got ourselves a great player. £21 million for a man with these kind of attributes. I think we can be happy with that. Again, impact player off the bench. We've got competitions to fight for on numerous fronts, so we need a player like him. Advanced forward, can link the play up as well. Has got good complete forward attributes as well. A really solid addition for us. 23, young, not English, Daniel. Sorry, Daniel. Bloody Daniel. But yeah, with him and Chiesa coming in, I think we've got ourselves two really talented young players that could definitely be here for a little while. We need to reinvigorate the squad. Look, there's been a point in Spurs where it's got a little bit stagnant. We need to change things up. Defensively, I actually think we're in pretty good position, and that's the signings complete. So we can go to the screen now. We're all right defensively. I really do think so. Alderweireld's very good. Of course, we've got Horther. He's here as well. Vertonghen's here. Ben Davies and Danny Rose are fine left backs for this season. Davison Sanchez, Sergio Aurier, Ryan Sessegnon. There's lots of options for us defensively. I don't think that's an area where we need to strengthen. I think going forward, goal scoring, that's where we need to try and make a difference. Dele Alli is out for a large portion at the start of this season, so we need to rely on other players, and bringing those in was important. We've also promoted Troy Parrott, youngster from the academy, 17 years of age, to be sort of that 4th, 5th striker in behind the experience that we've got. Imagine learning from the likes of Harry Kane and Zlatan Ibrahimovic. Troy Parrott's going to be it's going to be on the shoulder. There we are. He's going to be on the shoulder of giants. Who's a pretty boy then? Troy is. Lovely. Good. Here we go. So then looking at the lineup that we're going to play against Watford in this first game, Son is suspended for this one, which is quite a disappointment. Vertonghen's got an injury. Forth's got an injury as well, so they can't play. But Lloris then will be in goal for us. Serge Aurier at right back, Danny Rose at left back, Alderweireld and Sanchez, that partnership in the centre. They're the two I think probably are going to be there for the foreseeable. I know we've got Vertonghen, who's more happy to stay, but I do think Alderweireld's a slightly better player. Just ahead of them, Lo Celso and Ndombele, the two players that have been brought in recently by Tottenham before I arrived, have got to start for me. We've got options in there, Harry Winks, Sissoko, as well as some others. Lucas Moura on the right, the Chiesa will play on the left, Maddison behind Kane. It's interesting with Chiesa, we should probably talk about this. He's playing that new role, the inside winger role, also the inverted winger role, similar to the inside forward, but we'll look to probably pass it a little more, not necessarily go for goal quite as often, hopefully supplying the likes of Maddison, Kane, and Lucas Moura on that side should be bombing forward as well. So I think as a front six, we're looking pretty good there. A couple of additions. I think we're strong. I really do. Those 4 players there, of course, that worked with the club last year are really going to drive this Spurs squad onwards. And I think the title's pretty much guaranteed, viewers. So if you're a Spurs fan, strap in, because this is going to be one hell of an adventure. Poch didn't do any of this. You know, he messed up big time. Sell Christian Eriksen to PSG. Bring all the players you want. That's all he had to do. I mean, watch the video, Pochi. All right, we just have to sort out the bench a little bit here. I think, obviously, the likes of Zlatan need to be on it. All right, then. The game, then, comes tomorrow. So we'll move a little further forward. See, City have started well there with a 5-1 win at West Ham. Flipping heck. Elsewhere, the likely challengers, Leicester start very well, as do Chelsea and Liverpool, all winning their games along with Manchester City. So, yeah, the top 6 so far looking somewhat familiar. So Watford's come then, and this comes off the back then of a very impressive pre-season. I actually played through all of the pre-season games. I don't always play through all of them, but this time I did, trying to get a rhythm, trying to get a feel of what our team is like, and I expect, and we'll see how well it goes, Harry Kane to have an awfully good season. Let's hopefully see that in action, as well as James Maddison, who performed really well in pre-season as well. Got himself on the score sheet, but was an absolute constant threat moving forward. Yeah, Maddison might be the player to look for, actually. Forget Kane, forget him. And Zlatan got a goal in pre-season. Of course he bloody did. All right, then, into it we go. We've discussed the lineup already, so we know what to expect, and it's whether the boys can do the business against a decent, I still think a decent Watford side. They've started in real life very poorly, but yeah, I feel like we could definitely beat, but not to underestimate them. All right, team talk has to go. We'll passionately say we've got faith in them all. You know, I think that's always the way to go, viewers. It always has been. It's a special day. Can't wait to get started. A lot of questions here. How useful is James Maddison's versatility? He's like a Swiss Army knife, yes. How much of a boost is Troy Deeney's absence? Yeah. Now, of course, I'll pause briefly here. If you play in key highlights, which I traditionally do in the videos, there's no beginning highlight for me to go, the game's underway. The game is just immediately underway and highlights come and go. There's no highlight at the start, no highlight at the end anymore. So, yeah, it's put the cat amongst my pigeons. I'll tell you that for nothing. As James Maddison, with a chance to put the ball into the centre, he does. Oh, and Lo Celso scores. We're seconds in. Well, we're 9 minutes in fact, aren't we? Yeah, sorry. I've been caught out by the highlight situation. The pitch size is all wrong. We're going to be in 2D. 3D because the 3D engine is a little bit jittery. You can probably see it, but we'll still watch the replays in 3D. Off the post, Lo Celso's there, drives it in. And yeah, we take a 1-0 lead after 10 minutes. 2D's always been the way, hasn't it? You know, we love a bit of 2D. You love a bit of 3D. You love a bit of 2D. Let's just mix and match. We're like a Tesco meal deal over here. We're loving it. Thank you, of course, for the support on yesterday's video as well. What we're going to say is tomorrow, 5 p.m, and for the entire week, 5 p.m, log it into your diaries as Chiesa gets another one. Lovely stuff. Federico Chiesa. It's his debut goal as well in a competitive fixture. We're 2-0 up. I can sit back and relax now, viewers. This is basically game over. We're playing some phenomenal stuff. I mean, I'm enjoying it immensely. You can see there, header. You don't expect that necessarily from someone like him, but I mean, we'll take it all day, every day. Great ball in from Mario as well. Worth noting at fullback, we need those guys to play a pivotal part. It was one area actually in this team that I did consider replacing and changing around, but I've persevered. I'm giving them a chance, but well, January's not too far away, but we've run out of money, so that's over. Another chance, Maddison out to Rose. It was good football, quick, incisive. You know, Lo Celso, ball in. Moore was there. Great effort, saved by Ben Foster, and Moore goes close on 2 occasions. Much like in Love Island this year. I'm just in pop culture, you know. I'm appealing to everybody, viewers. At half time, 2-0 to the good. Pereira's gone off injured for them as well, so that's really good news. Very happy with the way things are going. Keep it up. I think what we really want, though, viewers, and I speak on behalf of all of us, we would like a goal from Harry Kane, wouldn't we? Come on, Harry. There's been an incident of some sort, as it's a free kick on the edge of the box for Watford. So far, I've seen nothing from them. Success has gone for it. Well, not successful. If Harry doesn't start putting a shift in, there's a man on the bench that is demanding to come on. And with half an hour to go, I'm probably going to give you an opportunity. Zlatan Ibrahimovic returns to the Premier League as an advanced forward. And maybe we'll go for deep lying, actually. Deep lying on support. Let the 3 around him buzz around him like bees or hornets. It's Watford's nickname, everyone. Come on. Also, Ndombele's had a decent game so far, but Winks is going to come on for him. And we'll just a double change. 2-0 to the good. Looking happy, looking handsome. Let's just see this out now, shall we? We don't need any drama. They're getting bookings all over the place. Watford put a ball in. Dawson, well, the velocity of the effort was outstanding, really. So far, though, 1 shot on target for them. They're just having free kicks from the same position over and over again. I don't know what's going on. They've not scored it, though. Lloris has tipped it over. Corner to them. Our corner's a threat this year. It goes behind for another corner. We'll see. A 2-0 win to kick things off, though. That's really what we're looking for, isn't it? Ball cleared away. Hughes down. And Ibra's going to get on this. He might just go for goal himself from there. Shoot, Zlatan. Not in that direction. Goodness me. All right, maybe a chance for a third. 80 minutes on the clock. A chance maybe for us to get one more in the game. Who knows? Aurier back to Sanchez. As he plays it forward to Lo Celso. Winks on it now. Maddison. You can just see Zlatan, that number 9, waiting for it. As Aurier on this side, the delivery was good earlier in the game. Can it be good once again? Finds Lo Celso on the edge of the box. Oh, he curls one in. Outstanding stuff from him. Lovely goal. Giovanni Lo Celso, 2nd of the season. Aurier, his 2nd assist of the season. And that surely wraps things up. Let's take a look at it in 3 dimensions, though. Aurier on this side. Plays it back across. The touch is good from Lo Celso. Plays it out of his feet a little bit. And the finish is sublime. Are long shots a bit too common on FM20, viewers? I'll leave you to decide. What a goal, though. What a set of signings, viewers. Well done, me. And there it is. 3-0. No faffing about with a 30-second highlight no one cares about. Full time. Amelia predicted a draw. Amelia Powell from 442. I predicted a draw before the game. And to be honest, I'm surprised that Tottenham have been able to win this one. Get out. Who they're in? But 3-0. Good result. And of course, that keeps us at the top of the table with the rest of the leading pack. Let's just see then, very, very briefly, how that leaves the league table. There's a few games still left to play. Manchester United, the notable one yet to feature so far. But yeah, into 4th position, ahead of Leicester and Liverpool, just behind Arsenal. In fact, level with Arsenal, really. Only our names are the difference so far. But yeah, good result. Hopefully you enjoyed it. If you did, drop a like on it. If you want to see some more of this Spurs adventure, do make sure you subscribe. And we'll see how Zlatan and the boys get on next time when I join you for some more. We love with care. From Minutes Until next time, see you later. Goodbye.